Hi, this is Adam with Small Town Machine Shop, and we're here working again on the Craftsman floor model drill press. So, we're going to continue disassembly. We're going to remove the table. We already have it dropped down. All we got to do is simply loosen this. It's already pretty free. Lift it off. Off. Set it over here. Now, we'll get the column out. All we need to do here is a square head bolt on the back, locking it on. See how tight this is going to be. Oh, not tight at all. Give it a couple turns. A little wiggle. Or a lot of wiggle. I'm sure it's never been out in the life of it. Okay, what I'm going to do is tip it up. To the bottom here. Okay, so that looks pretty corroded. Let me grab something real quick. I'm going to lightly tap. The edge is raised here a little bit. And that's not moving at all. Okay. Let's tap it a little bit from the other direction. Up. Do is I'll move all this. Take this 2x4. Catch that lip. Tap it down. Let's see if we made any progress. I don't think we did. No, that's really corroded in there. Look down the shaft real quick. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to get that out of there. Scrape around the edge a little bit. The only reason I want to take it out is to polish the shaft on the lathe. So it's not a big deal if we can't get it out, because I'll just clean it up in place. And as bad as that's looking, I think that's what we're going to do. I don't want to risk breaking anything just to make another job easier. So, that screw back in. Okay, So everything's off the shaft. As with most drill presses, there's a good fair bit of oily residue. Right here is where the tag was originally for this. It's a Craftsman, I can't remember now. Something Kingsley drill press, I found out through some of the numbers on the table. Looking at these numbers right here, because they're really the only numbers on it. So okay, we got disassembled. Now we'll start looking at the individual parts and getting the bearings off some stuff and go from there. Okay, so we're back here. Now it's time to start removing some bearings. This, of course, is the step pulley. Top, it had two bearings. One was retained with a clip there, and there's a spacer. Now this bearing here is seated down there on the shoulder. Now I don't have a puller that'll get down in there. There's not much room. And of course, with these Zamac pulleys, you don't want to put any kind of pressure on these lips or they break. So what I do in this step is, this is my, I don't want to say it's my beater vise, but it's the, if I'm going to do something, you know, I need to heat something, bend it, hammer on something, this is the go-to vise. I made these jaws for it. I made a couple sets of them actually. As you can see, extend out. And this comes in handy for a lot of things. And these are just, you know, normal steel, because how I'm going to remove this is I weld to these a lot. So, on this shaft here, this is all, you know, there's no set screw in there. This is all, as far as I can tell, this piece here and the pulley are one piece. So we need to get this off. So what we're going to do, I'll put this simply in here. I will tighten the vise, and then I'm going to weld the outside of the bearing to the vise jaws. That way we can drive it through. So I'll get that done and I'll bring you back. Okay, so I have it tacked on both sides. Just enough to retain it. Now we should just be able to tap it through, and it is on the move. So yeah, I will drive this the rest of the way out. Then just take my cutoff wheel on the grinder and cut the bearing free. But yeah, this setup has come in handy on a lot of stuff. It even has some soft jaws that come out at 45 up. Some stick out a long ways. Just for stuff like this. So yeah, I'll get that done and I will bring you back. Okay, now for the last part of today's video. As you can see, we got the bearing off there. Just gotta clean up a little weld, and you know, this will be good to go again. Again, this has come in super handy. I have, probably 6 or 7 different setups of these jaws. So, you know, just something to keep in the back of your mind. So I got the bearings off this pulley. I just got the pulley off the motor. Thankfully, it came really easily. Just pretty much took out the set screw and pulled right off. I did notice, you can probably see that right there. Someone pried on it a little bit, but the belt was staying off, or staying on. So, that's good. I will be replacing this motor. See, it's a General Electric evaporative cooler motor. There's all the specs on it. I'm probably going to take Sorry about the sun there. The motor off the Wilton drill press, it's in much rougher shape. And it's going to need a lot more work to get going. So I'd rather put that motor. It has a nice Dayton motor on it. Same RPM, same shaft, same horsepower. And it actually fits this a little better. Let me show you here what they did. See, this didn't line up, so they just put a washer under the bolt and pinched it on. And this one got around. Didn't even bother putting anything in that hole. There's the slide for it. So yeah, I'll pull the motor off this. We'll get this cleaned up and painted. Where'd it go? Let me find it here. The other arm came out of this, and it looks like it was a pressed fit thing. So I'll have to see about getting that in there, because this one's retained. You know, that's in there. The other one, oh, it's right here. Yeah, it's got these, you zoom right on there. Yeah, it's got these knurls on it. They kind of kept it in there. Not sure if those holes are from someone peening it to try to get it to stay in there better, or what, but we need this to stay in here. That way when we tighten the set screws, you know, this doesn't just walk off on that side. So we will definitely have to address that. But that's it for today. This is Adam from Small Town Machine Shop. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and we'll see you later.